With Kohl's, what they've done is they partner with Amazon. They're giving Amazon a service that Amazon needs. Amazon needs places to collect the returns and then ship them out, right? And there's tons, FedEx, UPS, whatever, right? But you can go and pay for that. But Amazon is also giving you an option where you can do it for free. Now, I don't know the deal of what Kohl's and Amazon are doing together. I don't know how that's going to work or what's happening, but I can tell you how I can see the value from both sides, where Amazon's getting some service from Kohl's. Kohl's has an employee already in the store being paid who's doing this, right? So whatever they pay that rep, whatever per hour to actually do the transactions. Amazon's giving you the slips and the shipping and all that jazz. So it's not Kohl's paying for that. You just have to print it out and bring it to Kohl's. And then what they're doing is they're adding value to the customer from Amazon, but also it looks like Kohl's is with Amazon. So immediately they get credibility to me, right? They're creating goodwill with me, right? If Amazon's willing to partner with them, then they're okay in my book. But then what they're doing is they're ultimately getting in touch with Amazon customers. Now, who doesn't want to get in touch with Amazon customers? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Every person in the world has an Amazon account. So if you think about the amount of foot traffic that they're getting for people to come into the store, okay? Think about that. To come into the store. In a world today where it's all about the internet and all these department stores are closing, right? Like the Bloomingdale's, all these stores in New York City, they're all closing because there's not enough foot traffic. But Kohl's has a problem, right? They don't have a lot of foot traffic and they're not even in New York City. So what they do is they partner with Amazon, and to provide a service, now they're getting people to come into their store. There's a lot of ways to look at it from like a cost perspective, right? One would be, well, Kohl's can go buy ads to try to drive foot traffic into a store, right? They could buy internet ads, radio ads, whatever, right? Or they can take that cost that they were willing to spend on marketing, partner with an Amazon, and get Amazon to direct the traffic into Kohl's. And there's a cost that they're going to eat because it's worth it for them to get people into their store. Now you have an Amazon customer that's in there waiting, and the smart thing that they do is they put it in the back of the store. The reason they do that, they don't, you think about it, it's like, oh, right, I was dragging 6 boxes with my dog. I mean, it was like annoying for me, right? But like, if Amazon is working with Kohl's and Kohl's is going to eat that cost, well, they're going to try to upsell the person. They're going to try to create a relationship with that person. They're going to try to do something to extend this first visit. By putting it in the back of the store, it's inconvenient for me, but it's still, listen, it's free. If I want convenience, I can pay for shipping and I can go to UPS or FedEx and then just ship it out. But it's free. So, all right, most people are like, you know what, it's inconvenient, but it's free. I don't have to, they're saving me $50, $100, $150, whatever it is. Depends how much the package weighs. But so by doing that, I'm walking through these aisles and I'm seeing all these different things on the racks, clothes, things for Father's Day. I mean, they're getting tons of impressions on their products, right? Strategically in store, they're laying out the flow, the path for me to get to Amazon. They got to be laying things out in a way where they're putting some of their best items as they're going, right? Boom, 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 right? The model for Kohl's would be, all right, we're giving you this coupon at the end, right? This was a returns confirmation, but on the returns confirmation, they're putting in here a coupon, right? And they have a tracking ID. It says KOH1174118437. Date and time we were there, store number 0380. All that stuff on the bottom, that's just for them to track what's going on in this partnership, right? Maybe the partnership's for 6 months, for a year. And what they want to see is, I mean, data is everything. We always talk about this, right? I preach it all the time with just data, math tells you everything. Well, in real life, in the world where you're walking into stores, it's very hard to track, right? So like on the internet, if you click and you go somewhere and sign up for something, you can track all the way through from the visit to the purchase, and then you can see where they're coming from, time, date, stamp, IP, all that good jazz. You can cookie them to retarget. But here, when I'm walking in store, you can't. But what they do is when they give me this is the ticket for tracking. They know that I was there because of Amazon. So if I make any purchases and I use this and they scan that, it's going to go and tell me what store the sales came through, what the date and time was. There's a tracking ID, right? So like all of those things are going to say where I purchased this. And now they can look at that and be able to see how much revenue was generated off of all the visits from the people from Amazon, right? So they can look at all the costs, they can look at the revenue, and then they can see, does this work, right? Is the model working? You know, for me, I spent a few $100s, and now I'm a customer, and it's a no-brainer, guys. Like, bottom line is, value is given on both ends, right? It works for Amazon because they're getting free shipping. It works for Kohl's because they're getting Amazon customers into the store. And then from that point on, Kohl's is delivering a service. They're adding value. They're for everyone. And then what they're doing is they're making an offer to me. It's as simple as that. How smart is that? Any store could have done that. All of these retail stores that are struggling with getting foot traffic could have done this. And someone in Kohl's was smart enough to think about this and go and reach out to Amazon and do a strategic deal. It's called business development. I just want to point this out because I love this. This is hustle. This is how you build businesses. This is how I built my business. Okay. People are always complaining, oh man, I don't know how to buy ads. I don't have money. I don't know how to do this. It's too hard. You guys know you've been doing this. You have marketing. Guys, this is simply just somebody in Kohl's hustled and did a deal with Amazon. It was a biz dev deal. Smart. Okay. No money out of pocket. What they did though was they took what they had available and they are now performing a service for Amazon because they can execute on that service. So somebody figured out a need that Amazon had.